I entered a Pokemon tournament. Now, you may be wondering, KD, aren't you usually always playing in Pokemon tournaments? Yes. But this tournament's a little bit different. Let me explain. So this all started a couple weeks ago when there was a Discord message that popped up in my notifications stating there was a new tournament to participate in. As I saw what the tournament was about, I thought to myself, what even is Little Cup? And is it worth playing and building a team for? These two questions started my journey. That being said, let's first dive into what Little Cup even is. Shall we? Little Cup is a format that is mainly played on the Pokemon Battle Simulator of Pokemon Showdown. It involves only being able to use Pokemon that have a first stage evolution and that they're able to evolve into later stage evolutions. You can't just turn up with a Fluttermane and say, well, this Pokemon only has one stage evolution. That would just be a regular Pokemon. And there were predetermined species of Pokemon that were banned before the tournament, as these Pokemon were even too powerful even in the Little Cup format. These Pokemon were Esculegion, White Striped, Dunsparce, Murkrow, Scyther, Sneasel, Sneasel-Isui, Qwilfish-Isui, Statler, Girafarig, and Mischievous. Now that you're familiar with the Little Cup format, let's dive into the team building phase of the tournament. So building a team is one of the hardest things to do in all of Pokemon, and since we couldn't practice Showdown Ladder with the Little Cup team in the Regulation D rule set, it was pretty hard to find the right partners to make a cohesive team. So the first idea that came to mind was a sort of Trick Room team that would heavily focus on Bronzor being able to set up Trick Room and enable Choice Band Mudberry to run rampant with Terra Ground Choice Banded Earthquakes. Alongside that core team, I had another good pairing of Little of Parasong endgame with Igglypuff and Gothita. But I quickly realized in testing, the strategy was extremely flawed. My Bronzor was KO'd or taunted immediately. So, I scrapped the team, never to look back at the Little Cup format again. Until 2 days before the tournament started, I had regained motivation to build a team and try and win it all. I had a few new ideas which came to mind. The new main idea being with Tailwind, with a lot of solid offensive options. So, I looked into who got Tailwind in the Little Cup format, and stumbled upon a particular Pokemon, Drifloon. A ghost flying Pokemon which had the ability Unburden, which doubles its speed if the Pokemon's held item is used or lost. With this speed boost, and being immune to Fake Out, I could easily set up Tailwind or use offensive control by clicking Icy Wind to lower both my opponent's speed by 1 stage, while also doing damage and breaking potential Pokemon's Focus Sash held item. I gave Drifloon a Dark Terror in case it was threatened by any Ghost type attacks, and to avoid being hit by Prankster Pokemon. With the speed control added to the team, it was time to add the Pokemon that were going to be the damage dealers under Tailwind. Before I add the other Pokemon to the team, however, I thought to myself, how can I easily enable Drifloon's ability? I had the knowledge that some items activated on specific conditions, Grassy Seed in grassy terrain, this would also boost the defense of Drifloon and give it a speed boost, so I sought after a Pokemon that could bring out a terrain as soon as possible, and stumbled upon an old friend, Grookey, Pokemon that was introduced in Generation 8, and one of my favorite starters of all time. So I had to add him to the team. Giving Grookey the Miracle Seed would boost its Wood Hammer power to a whopping 182 base power move, capable of doing huge damage under Tailwind in the terrain. I gave Grookey the Ghost Terror type to prevent my opponents from faking out, and having resistance to poison type attacks from Pokemon such as Glimmet. For the moveset, I gave Grookey Fake Out, U-Turn, and Protect, on top of that devastating Wood Hammer. The rest of the team came by quickly. I added Meditite for even more raw power thanks to its very strong ability in Pure Power, which doubles the Pokemon's attack stats. Combining this with the Choice Band, Meditite has a 297 attack stat, which is a huge number when it has moves such as Close Combat, Zen Headbutt, and Terra Steel Bullet Punch. The next Pokemon member of the team was Tandemaus, a Pokemon that was introduced in Generation 9, which had the ability Own Tempo. And Own Tempo blocks Intimidate, and it has access to the move Population Bomb. This move can hit up to 10 times in a row. To increase those chances of hitting 10 times in a row, I gave it the item Wide Lens. I also gave it Baby Doe Eyes, Protect, and Feint to round out this moveset, as well as giving it the Terra Normal to do even more damage with Population Bomb. The final two Pokemon that I picked for the team were Sylveon Growlithe and Impidimp. For Sylveon Growlithe, I decided on the Life Orb as the held item, and Rockhead as its ability. Its moves were Flare Blitz, Rock Slide, Terra Blast, and Protect. This set was to ensure that I would do as much damage as possible without taking any recoil from using Flare Blitz, and making the most out of my same type attack bonus, Stab for short. Added bonus was that Rock Slide gave me another multi-target attack which would cover Drifloon mirror matches perfectly. And with Growlithe being a Rock Fire type, it could perfectly synergize with Pokemon such as Grookey. The Terra type that I gave it was Grass, so it could resist both super effective moves from ground and water, and then deal super effective damage back towards them with Terra Grass, Terra Blast. Last but not least, Impidimp. Arguably one of the Pokemon I used least in the tournament, but when I did, it did well. So, with the ability being Prankster, you can put the tempo in your favor with some well-timed Prankster moves such as Thunder Wave, Scary Face, Parting Shot, etc. With so many great options to choose from, the set that I decided on was Fake Out, Scary Face, Parting Shot, and Play Rough. Due to Dark types not being able to get hit by Prankster moves, I decided that Play Rough was a great filler, a nice way to play around the ability's weaknesses. The held item that I gave it was a Focus Sash alongside Terra Ghost. Now, with the team building out of the way, let's try and win the tournament. Now with the team building out of the way, let's get into the tournament run. So the first opponent that I faced in the tournament was Robstar Z, a fellow PokeTuber and good friend of mine. Best of luck, Robstar. Alright, so, as I said, the first opponent, Robstar Z. I lead with Grookey plus Drifloon, as Robstar leads Meditite plus Grimer. For game 1, I just wanted to see the speeds here, so I go for Fake Out plus Shadow Ball to take out the Meditite. As Meditite faints, the Grimer actually gets the Pure Power and knocks off one-shots my Drifloon, which I really was not expecting at all. Intimidate comes down onto the Grookey plus the Tandemaus, as I go for Terra Normal on the Tandemaus, and Grimer goes for the Terra Ghost, being completely immune to my Tandemaus. So basically I just wasted a full Terra for absolutely nothing. Also, Tandemaus goes down as Grookey comes in. Shroomish is the swap here, as I go for Rock Slide plus Woodhammer, taking out the Grimer in one shot. So we both go for Protects, we both trade Flare Blitzes into the Protect, pretty much not really gaining anything from that. Shroomish getting some nice heal as I Flare Blitz the Shroomish, as well as covered for its surviving for whatever reason with U-turn. And now it's just a matter of when my Growlithe can actually hit a Rock Slide. Grookey goes down to the Flare Blitz. My Growlithe finally hits the Rock Slide the next turn, winning me game 1. Game 2 comes out, and I lead Meditite plus Drifloon. As Grimer immediately goes for Terra Ghost as I Shadow Ball the Meditite. And close combat goes into nothing. Knockoff, one-shotting my Meditite, and we both lose our Meditite on turn 1. Grookey Hour comes into the field, boosting the Drifloon. As Grimer goes for Protect, as I Shadow Ball plus Woodhammer, taking out the Mudbray. Growlithe comes in here. As I swap into Growlithe, Shadow Balling the Grimer actually does not actually take it out fully. As Flare Blitz plus Knockoff go into my Drifloon, taking it out. But now, with Grookey at full HP, almost full HP, and no Intimidate, I go for Fake Out plus Flare Blitz to take out the Grimer. Now it's all down to whether Growlithe can hit a Rock Slide once again. So I go for Protect, and Rock Slide connects, taking out the Growlithe, winning me the game. GG's, Robster. My next opponent is Young Mora, aka Mateus. Very, very good Dutch player, and yeah, I'm really excited to play against Mateus because apparently he's a little cup god. Alright, and the game begins. I'm gonna go here lead with Grookey and Grifblim as he leads with Growlithe plus the Fungus here. Very, very nice lead there from Mateus. As we go for a Haze, but the Overheat connects into my Growlithe, Grookey, and just one-shots it immediately, and the Spore goes into Drifloon. Things are looking very dire here as I go for the Terra Grass plus Rock Slide here, trying to KO his Growlithe, and we do successfully get the KO. Fungus here trying to go for a Spore, I believe. Yeah, there's the Spore, so very nice. Good immunity there. Drifloon, unfortunately, is going to be still asleep, so I don't think it's going to do very much here as you protect our Growlithe, but Drifloon actually wakes up, gets the Tailwind up, Shadow Ball KOs the Drifloon. Now it's a 2v3 situation here, but we do have Tailwind up, and we just got in our Meditite. As Rufflet goes for Protect, I go for Bullet Punch plus Rock Slide here. Now things are very, very tense. Goes for Double Protect, doesn't get it. Another Bullet Punch plus another Rock Slide. Gonna go one-shot that Rufflet. Fungus is gonna get a Spore off into the Meditites. But the game is pretty much over because the Ghastly is Choice Scarfed. So, protect onto the Fungus, but Flare Blitz will one-shot that Ghastly. And yeah, the game is over. We go ahead and take game 1 very, very nicely. And now we move on to game number 2. Game 2 was the same leads for both of us. This time, instead of it goes for the Terra Flying, I go for a Wood Hammer, doing a little bit of chip damage. Overheat once again one-shots my Grookey, and yeah, we're already down to 4 and 3, but we do have Tailwind up already. Mudberry comes in here, and we go for Terra Grass plus Rock Slide. Not really doing too much damage to that Mudberry. As Pollen Puff comes in from Young Mora, taking my Growlithe all the way down to 32%. This game is very, very close so far. Drifloon has taken one sleep turn as he goes for an Intimidate cycle. Protect comes onto the Fungus. Drifloon once again does not wake up, and Flare Blitz goes into the Protect. Only one more turn of Tailwind do I have left. Am I able to win this game? Drifloon takes another sleep turn. Flare Blitz, but the Rock Slide actually misses the Growlithe, hitting the Drifloon for super effective. Now this game is going to be very, very close to the finish line here. Shadow Ball into the Mudberry, does not take it out here. My Growlithe wins the speed tie, I believe, and takes off a little bit of Radical Recoil as Close Combat takes out my Growlithe here. Now it is going to be Meditite and Drifloon against the Fungus, Mudberry, and another Pokemon. I go for the Icy Wind here, and actually that special defense drop from the Close Combat did actually help me, and so the both one-shots that Fungus. Now his last Pokemon is the Ghastly, which dives to a single Shadow Ball. GG, well played, Mora. So, my next opponent was Yorain. Probably the toughest opponent I've had so far. If I win this game, I'll be placed directly into the finals. Let's see if I can win. Alright, here we go. As I lead with Meditite and Ipidimp into Yorain's Glimmet plus Voltorb, he switches into Fletchling, goes with the Terra Ground. I fake out, unfortunately, the Voltorb. Toxic Spice goes down, Sludge Bomb almost one-shots the Meditite. I should have probably Terrestrialized there to Terra Steel, but in hindsight, Play Rough takes out just good damage to Voltorb, and we can just Bullet Punch plus Play Rough again. So we're gonna be up one Pokemon, but my Ipidimp is pretty much gonna be going down very soon, as he reveals his final Pokemon being Meditite. As I go in for my Grookey who got poisoned. Bullet Punch coming into the Ipidimp, one-shots that, and Sludge Bomb going into the Grookey. Now I can go for my last Pokemon, which is going to be the Growlithe. as I go for Terra Poison to try and survive the double up of Sludge Bomb plus Meta Bullet Punch, but it's not enough. As I Flare Blitz the Metatides, now it is going to be a 1v1 versus the Glimmet versus the Metas versus the Growlithe for game 1. Sludge Bomb does not take me out, it's 46%, as Flare Blitz takes out the Glimmet, winning me game 1 versus Urain. Game 2 starts as I lead the same things, as he leads his Fletchling plus Mudberry. I go for Growlithe, and I try and fake out the Mudberry, but I forgot that Inner Focus does not let you flinch, as he goes for EQ plus Brave Bird, taking out absolutely everything. I lose my Growlithe immediately, which is a huge blow to my strategy. Grookey comes in though, as I go for Scary Face plus Woodhammer to take out the Mudberry. As Urain goes for a Discharge, it actually gets a Paralysis on the Grookey, which I was not really too happy about. Metatite comes in, and now it's Metatite and Glimmet. As I go for Terra Steel Bullet Punch to one-shot the Glimmet. Now all it's down to is seeing if my Grookey gets paralyzed. Metatite gets paralyzed as well, so now it's going to be coming down to if Metatite can get full paralyzed or not. Goes with the Bullet Punch. We do win the game 2-0 to move on to the finals. So, while I was waiting for my opponent, I was looking at the lower brackets. So it was a double elimination bracket, and I noticed that Urain was sweeping through everyone and would be my opponent in the grand finals. Alright, this time ahead in the best of 3. I'm actually going to lead Grookey plus Drifloon. Urain goes for Glimmet plus a Fletchling lead. Protect my Grookey until Icy Wind with Drifloon just to get a little bit of speed control, as Glimmet there went for a Power Gem. Here we go for Terra Ghost plus Tailwind, but Power Gem, Glimmet actually still faster than Grookey, so Woodhammer Recall is going to knock out my own Grookey, and Fletchling here is going to go and click Brave Bird, doing about 60%, which was a lot of damage. Now we can get Tandemaus in here. And Mudberry protects as I go for Icy Wind once again, taking out that Fletchling, and Population Bomb going into that Protect. As here I went for a Protect and plus Icy Wind once again to get a little bit of speed control into that Voltorb, which is very, very important so that my Tandemaus and then my Icy and Growlithe in the back can actually outspeed the Voltorb, especially now because Tailwind just ended on their end, which was perfect timing. Growlithe comes in here as I go for Population Bomb into the Mudberry. I noticed it wasn't going to do enough damage. So, after the Mudberry takes about a 50% damage, Flare Blitz takes out the Voltorb. This Earthquake comes down here in the grassy terrain, taking out the Growlithe, but Tandemaus surviving. Now, the only way that Urain can win this still is if he gets a triple Protect, which he gets 1 Protect. Now it's to get 2 more Protects to win. Does not get it, and Tandemaus takes out the Mudberry, barely with 21% health left. Win game 1, let's go to game 2. Alright, game 2, the grand finals. Voltorb plus Glimmet is the lead choice for Urain, as I lead with Drifloon plus Grookey. I use a Protect plus Tailwind, as he goes for Sludge Bomb and Volt Switch, taking out my Drifloon in one shot, as he brings in his Fletchling. I Terra Ghost my Grookey to be able to survive the Sludge Bomb, still taking in about 47%, as Rock Slide misses the Glimmet but takes Fletchling down to its Focus Sash. Woodhammer takes out the Glimmets but does a lot of recoil in return. As the Poison takes me down to 20%. As Metatite comes in here, Flare Blitz takes out the Metatite, as Brave Bird takes out the Fletchling, as well as the Grookey. Now, 2v1 situation here. Tandemaus and Growlithe versus the Voltorb, as Voltorb goes for Terra Water Energy Ball, taking out my Tandemaus, as I go for Flare Blitz, which does not take out the Voltorb. Energy Ball takes out the Growlithe. I lose game number 2. Game 3, I lead with Drifloon plus Grookey. As Urain leads with Glimmet plus Voltorb. I go for Terra Ghost plus Fake Out on turn 1 and get paralyzed from the static. As Glimmet goes for Sludge Bomb onto the Grookey. Meditite comes in here for Glimmet as Voltorb goes for Terra and gets destroyed by a Shadow Ball. Grookey gets full paralyzed. Fletchling comes in here and Tailwind plus Icy Wind come out here, but I failed to realize that Drifloon was actually faster than Meditite without Tailwind, and Drifloon goes down. So as the Meditite gets taken out by my Grookey. Now there's just too much damage on the board for my Grookey and Tandemass to survive, so both of them ended up going down. Last Pokemon being Growlite, unfortunately, does not survive or does not do enough damage to that Glimmet. So, I lose game 3 and lose my first set of the tournament. Now it's time for the Grand Finals reset. A place I've never been before. But let's try and win it all. Alright, here we go. Voltorb, Mudberry, as I lead Grookey and Drifloon. Grand Finals time, reset. As he goes for Terra Grass, I go for Fake Out plus an Icy Wind here to get some speed control. As Urain goes for Rock Slide and double misses, unfortunately. He goes for the Glimmet swap here as I Shadow Ball the Glimmet, doing huge damage with U-turning into Meditite to take a Rock Slide. Drifloon takes about over 60%, which was a bit unfortunate. As here he goes for Fletchling, as I go for Tailwind, plus Zen Headbutt, doing huge damage to Mudberry, but not quite taking it out. As Growlite comes in here, I switch out into Grookey, as Tailwind comes up, but Rock Slide takes Fletchling down to its Focus Sash and takes out the Mudberry. Glimmet comes back in, but I do have Fake Out, so I take out the Fletchling. Acid Spray does a lot of damage and lowers my special defense by 2 stages, so this Voltorb looking kind of scary at the end. But it's already at 43%, so Discharge going in here. And U-turn, taking out that Voltorb, winning me game 1. Game 2, I'll live with Drifloon plus Grookey again. Urain used Voltorb plus Fletchling. I go for the same play again as I Fake Out the Voltorb with Tailwind. As Meditite comes in, I click Terra Ghost, Icy Wind, just in case that the Glimmet was faster than me still, but a U-turn goes out and I go into Growlite. Power Gem takes out that Drifloon. But now we have Grookey on the field. Bullet Punch takes my Grookey down to a good amount of health. And now Woodhammer takes out the Glimmet, giving me a nice 3-2 advantage. But because his Voltorb and his Fletchling are still at full HP, it's still going to be a very tough game to come back from. I swap it to Meditite and Protect. As he clicks Tailwind plus Energy Ball. Now that Tailwind is over, Brave Bird with the Gale Wings takes out my Meditite. As Energy Ball one-shots my Growlite. And it does too much damage for my Grookey to withstand, so I forfeit and lose game 2. Game 3 of the Grand Finals reset, I lead Grookey and Drifloon. Every time I faked out the Voltorb, so this time I got the Fletchling, preventing him from even getting Tailwind up. Icy Wind going down, doing huge damage to both Glimmet and Fletchling. As another Ice Wind comes down, and I know I'm faster with the plus a -2 Glimmet. Woodhammer takes it down. I'm now up 4-2 already. This is looking very, very good. This last 2 Pokemon are Voltorb and Meditite. Bullet Punch goes into the Grookey. Tailwind goes up. Woodhammer one-shots the Meditite. Voltorb going for a Discharge, but not getting a kill on the Drifloon. Now it's just a matter of time for Population Bomb and Shadow Ball take out the Voltorb, winning me the tournament. If you guys enjoyed watching this video, I really worked hard on it, and yeah, I really want, if you guys want to see more of this type of tournament stuff, let me know in the comments down below. Leave a like on the video, and yeah, until next time, it's been KD, guys. Peace.